Hey guys, it's Mate here, back again with another IE review. Just quick notice, this is being recorded on December 21st. By the time this video goes live, I believe I will be on vacation, so I should have enough content to get through my little vacation break, but the following week is going to be a little bit light on content. The first kind of week, really, of January, so just FYI, my wife and I are going on a cruise, so I will not be here. I will not have access to the Discord. And so content's going to be a little bit light just in the first week of January. Just FYI, those on stream, little FYI. Anyways, let's get into the review. Today we have Archaner. It is being recorded December 21st. So any updates that come out after this, it's, you know, just keep in mind that's kind of the limitation we're at right now. So where is this man? Oh my God, me cleaning my glasses is a terrible idea. I can't see out of these things. So World 6 Sky Doggy Spirits, I can kind of tell. Dashboard is looking okay. A little God Shard gear, AFK on Bravery, it looks like, or some of the monuments. Then one unknown doing nothing. Okay, so I can see how Bravery and Justice is okay to kind of AFK on, because you can get mining efficiency, you can get catching efficiency, you can get higher prints, you can do more atom clicks, you can upgrade your atoms more. I mean, generally looking, your Atom Collider is pretty bad, so I think you should be on a skilling grind, is what you should be doing. Definitely trying to look towards aiming at doing a copper ore reprint and trying to get as much mining efficiency through the Bravery Monument as you possibly can. So you can get a ton of mining efficiency there to boost up your atom generation. Idapart from that, your stamps are a little behind because you have a few stamps you haven't unlocked yet. You haven't unlocked this from the Island Expeditions. You haven't unlocked this from Sussy Gene Quest, nor this one from Sussy Gene Quest. This is a really low level stamp. This is a really low level stamp. You have a lot of very easy low level stamps from World 6. Notwithstanding, multi-tool stamp is also really low. Ladle stamp's really low. Cooked meal stamp's pretty low. Swag Swingy, Cool Diggy, Matty Bag, Little Mining Bag, Chopping Bag, the Bags of Head stamp, the Bug Sack stamp, all this is really low. This probably got hit by no stamp left behind, so you can upgrade that. Mason Jar is really low, Crystalline's really low, Potion stamp, Golden Apple stamp. There's a lot of really low stamps, provide a lot of bonuses to your account. So I would really recommend trying to gather the resources either through a 3D print or using some candies to upgrade these stamps a lot more, because you can get a lot more carrying capacity, cooking efficiency, meal speed, general all skill efficiency, and essence generation for endless summoning. To really progress your account a lot further. So you've hit 10,000. I try to aim for 12,500 to your next goal. That should be fairly easily obtainable. If you focus a lot on the carrying capacity, it should make some of these stamps really, really easy. Also, not including that, but because you have no stamp left behind, I gather, it's going to make it a lot easier to hit 12,500 for you. So get on that grind. 12,500 should be your kind of immediate short-term goal. Anvil, you have all the points. Good. You're making marble bars for whatever reason, probably marble glass gear. You should really focus on trying to get the Warrior Cauldron up a lot more in terms of skilling efficiency. So upgrading things like Warrior's Rule, Hardy Diggy, Strong Tools, Malt Orange specifically, and Dream of Ironfish. All those are really good. I would also maybe recommend trying to put some atoms into Shimmeron. You can get another few percent, probably like 5-6% gold food effect, which gets scaled by this Warrior's Rule bubble. The gold food effect is going to make your golden peanuts and also your fishing efficiency bubble go way up and give you a ton of efficiency that way. So I would also maybe continue crafting golden peanuts to get like a 100k stack on your characters, maybe even 10k stack to start off with is fine, to boost up your mining efficiency, especially because of the hole, and you don't even have a 100k stack on your beanstalk. So I'd highly recommend doing that alongside the health one, alongside getting this to 100k, this to 100k, this to 100k. Getting anything else? I mean, this is okay to get to 100k. Not necessarily going to help your prints, but generally just really good to get up to 100k. So you need to do a gold food grind. Try to get each of the things up to 10k on the beanstalk, and then 100k eventually. Is the very important goal, because getting your beanstalk kind of fleshed out, getting gold food effect through your stamps as well as the Shimmeron bubble is going to help a ton with your mining efficiency. And mining efficiency, as I mentioned, just most of and a lot of the recent reviews, because of the Bravery Monument, gets incredibly scaled. People are hitting in the hundreds of billions of copper ore print and incredibly outscaling the amount of oak logs you can print on a wizard class, which is previously the best atom generation class because oak logs require such low efficiency. The logs on logs talent gives you a ton of multiplier to the amount of logs you can print, versus the bravery embodiment just completely blows it out of the water, outscales it to nothing, and some of the top 0.1% of the players are hitting in the hundreds of billions of prints and giving you a ton of atom generation. So even though you likely can't hit the hundreds of billions of prints of copper ore soon, you can hit 10 billion, even 20 billion really easily. I say really easily. It's like a couple weeks of farming on bravery, I think, still. But regardless, you understand what I'm saying. Mining efficiency is incredibly important on the bravery monument. So if you're looking for bonuses to scale, that would be the one I'd suggest getting. But yeah, definitely work on the bubbles here. Try to get Warriors Rule specifically up to like 900 to 1,000 to give you a ton of skilling efficiency bonus. Hardy Diggy, if you are an hourly clicker, I'd highly recommend trying to hourly click this because you should have more than enough to print 1 billion jungle logs to be able to 3D print this and hourly click it. If you can't, maybe spend like 5-10 atoms every single day, clicks in the Alchemy Collider, just upgrading this. This is a really good thing to scale. Severe Purple, I'd highly recommend getting this up to 270, 400, 500 even as soon as you can, because this scales not only this bubble, and generally a lot of the skilling efficiency bubbles. So Molt Orange is really, really good for skilling efficiency. It's also really good for damage, kind of. This is kind of okay where it is right now. You can probably upgrade this a lot more. The AFK gains is okay compared to the mining efficiency. I'd really recommend trying to focus on the multiplier bubble first as opposed to Dream Minefish. Okay. Apart from that, absolutely. The God Shard Vial is something you should unlock and try to get to at least level 4. This provides you skilling efficiency, so it's good to at least level up. Apart from that, just generally, you should look towards aiming your, or trying to get your anvil production vials up to 13. So getting your thread vial to 13, getting your nail vial to 13. Upgrading poison tincture some more, since you're going to be worrying about doing the turtle vial pretty soon. I would really recommend trying to get more bonus through poison tincture. This is a multiplier to the amount of critters you get. So if you are doing a critter grind to try to get those vials to 13 soon, which you should be aiming for probably in the next month or so, getting this up is just a straight multiplier to the amount of critters, makes getting these vials to 13 a lot easier. Apart from that, general rough goal, try to aim poison tincture like level 5, 6, maybe even 7. It's going to take a long time to get it past level. Honestly, I think 6 is fine. Getting it past level 6 might just be very tedious and very annoying for you. So aim to get this to 6. That should be relatively easy. Comparatively, Goosey Glug. Once you get this up to 5, 6, you can start aiming on farming the Goosey Glug vial. This to level 13 is going to make it a lot easier to get the rest of the critter vials because this is base critters. This is how all the other bonuses like the Eagle Eye, the Trapper Drone, the Poison Tincture Vial start scaling the amount of critters. There's also a shiny pet you can do for base critters and also farming plots. If you get all 180 farming plots, you can get a ton of base critters, which is going to make this vial, along with the other critter vials, a lot easier to get to level 13. Hey, Renee, what's up? The Souls Vial is also relatively easy to get to 13. Probably just going to take a little bit of time. You're working on this vial right now. Good. Just any vial you get to 13 is going to be pretty good for you. The Crab Juice Vial for worship, so you can start, this is going to provide very minimal impact to worship tower defense, but starting points is okay. It helps you get off the ground, get the early waves done pretty squared away and, easily done. So getting this to 13 is obviously pretty good, but not the most important thing. Just generally the Souls Vials, I would recommend obviously getting Soloable Gum on your characters. Do not use Charge Siphon. Using the card set for boost food effect, upgrading your stamp again, the potion stamp here, doing more Onyx statue farming for the Feasty statue, and if you're at Cavern 9 specifically, the Dragon Warrior statue, trying to get this to Onyx and up to level 100, level 150, it's going to be incredibly important for giving you boost food effect, which is going to help you increase the amount of souls you can get, which are going to get those vials up to 13 relatively easily. This statue is incredibly insane, combined with the Onyx statue artifacts scaler, as well as just generally having Onyx statues, is going to give you a ton of statue bonus, which again increases the amount of boost food effect you have, which increases the Soloable Gum effect, which increases the amount of souls you get. Yeah, and speaking of which, your tower defense is relatively low. I would really recommend trying to grind out tower defense. I used to not recommend this, now I do, because tower defense is easier, now that we have the save feature, which I personally haven't used, so I haven't tested, and I have no idea how well it works or what it even entails. But I recommend playing around with it. Try to save your tower defense, and try to grind this out another few levels. If you get this up like 20, 30, 40 levels, you can get a ton more souls, which makes getting the Vials to 13 a lot easier. Okay, perfect. When it comes to shiny pet farming, specifically when we're talking about the poison tincture vial, I highly recommend trying to max out this prayer and putting this on your Beastmaster, because shiny chance is incredibly laughable as a bonus. It's really easy to max and cap out the amount of frogs you can get. So getting that vial up to level 6, level 7 is going to be a lot easier if you get this prayer maxed out and equipped on your Beastmaster. Don't worry about this multiplier reduction to shiny chance. You're basically going to cap out. There's a few things that scale it. I think if you push the rift to the highest capacity you can, I think if you have the boost food for shiny chance and a few other sources of it, you're going to cap out on this. Don't worry about it. Just equip this prayer, and you're going to max out the amount of shiny pets you can claim per trap. Other kind of endgame nuance trick to shiny pet farming, specifically from the trapping from the traps, is that you want to claim as often as you can. So if you can do 20-minute claims or 60-minute claims, I recommend setting your frogs to that as opposed to 10 or 20-hour traps. But if you want to just use Trapper Drone, go for it. Just let the vacuum collect it every 20 hours, whatever. It doesn't matter. 24 hours doesn't matter. But yeah, this prayer is incredibly important if you're trying to farm the poison tincture vial, just FYI. Okay, cooking. Not bad. I mean, you've pretty much caught up to where you need to be. This meal is, this spice is unlocked from royal eggs. Once you unlock it, push past Sky Doggy Spirits, you're able to finally fight that territory spice battle and breeding. I would just prepare and try to max out Blooming Axe as much as you can. People tend to run into problems with the fight power contribution. So level up your breeding. Try to get Blooming Axe up to level 10. This is a lot easier with the gray DNA booster from the hole. The more gravel you have, the more gray DNA you get, which means the more pets you trash, the more gray DNA you get. It means you can upgrade this bonus a lot easier. I try to get this up to level 10 prior to getting to royal eggs, so doing some breeding farming, trying to use some eggs and just trash some pets, get gray DNA and just upgrade this. I'd also try to max out the fence yard extension when you eventually do shiny pet farming. It's something that's going to come into play really importantly. I'd also maybe upgrade Paint Bucket a little bit, increase the base shiny chance. That way you can get more shiny pets a lot easier from some of the World 3, World 4 pets if you don't have them yet. It looks like you kind of don't. So yeah. I won't touch shiny pet farming because I don't think it's something you necessarily should focus on right now. I think once you get to breeding level 80, I think is when you should start focusing on shiny pet farming a lot more, because this bonus upgrades. This bonus unlocks. You're able to get shiny pet level up rate. It's another great bonus for shiny pet speed to get your shiny pets up to level 10, level 15 even, a lot easier than before. Okay, you haven't done all of Rift yet. I would highly recommend trying to get to Kilroy Prime as soon as you can. If you do not have damage to get to Kilroy Prime, I recommend, first of all, actually, trying to work on Equinox Skulls, which it looks like you kind of are right now. Working on Equinox Skulls is going to help you, Eclipse Skulls, not Equinox Skulls. Getting these to 1 billion is incredibly important. I would, first of all, obviously finish off Green Mushroom, get it to 1 billion so you get more money percent, but also the 5% multiplicative damage, and also the multi-kill per tier from World 1. Then I would go to Frogs, then Board Bean, Slime, Baby Boa, just kind of go down the list. Leave Red Mushroom for last, leave Wood Mushroom for last, just to help ramp up the multi-kill per tier from World 1 that you get. I would also highly recommend trying to kill Dr. Defecus every single day with a few Bone Joe Pickles on your character. Trying to do the hourly Baba Yagas is increase your multi-kill per tier. This is the mini boss multi-kill you got from World 6 applies to every single world. It's incredibly important. If you haven't already, I would also recommend trying to increase your talent level for Voidwalker. This one right here is multi-kill per tier per 5 maps for your speedrun across all of your characters. So this makes the Eclipse grind a lot easier, makes it incredibly easy for you to do that. I would also recommend trying to not only book this, I would also book Species Epoch. Trying to get those Vials to level 13 is going to this is a must-have if you're trying to get Critter and Soul Vials to 13, but also Voodoo Statification. As I mentioned before, if you need Boost Food Effect for Worship Souls, this is incredibly great because this increases Boost Food Effect, but also, as I mentioned, increase your damage, increase your multi-kill per tier, strictly because it gives you, more damage, which might push you into more multi-kill per tiers. It also increases your HP, increase your mining efficiency, increase your chopping, catching, fishing efficiency, increases your defense. So you can survive in World 6, rely less on food if that's a problem for you. We'll talk about that in a second if you are. But what else does increase? All statue bonus, which again increases your mining, chopping, catching, HP, damage, all that fun stuff. Okay. Should have known this would be a problem. Okay, number one, I don't fully believe that you have 100% AFK sailing time, so I would 100% recommend trying to get trying to get a higher stack across all your characters, or getting this to 100k on the Beanstalk. That way you can guarantee sailing AFK time on your characters, because I can almost guarantee you don't have all Sovereign Artifacts yet. Which you definitely do not. You don't even have the Winds Lanterns unlocked, because I imagine you don't have the Jade Coin gain for staking. To actually unlock that in the Jade Emporium. I'm looking at the wrong tab. A Laboratory Bling and the Bulb. Okay, so yeah, this is incredibly important to try to farm. Before you get here in the Jade Emporium, I would highly recommend trying to upgrade your boats, because right now, actually use your speed on your boats. Almost at 100 mil, almost at 100 mil. Not even close, not even close. Yeah, okay. I would get on the grind, getting resources on these boats and trying to get them up to 100 mil speed, so you can guarantee get up to the last island really fast. These last 3 lanterns are incredibly important, and if this ideal distance is not 100 mil on this tab here, you're doing so inefficiently. I would highly recommend trying to get the resources upgraded on your boats so that they have more sailing speed. I would also recommend trying to upgrade the blessing bonuses from the gods, because some of them give you sailing speed, such as Bagger, such as Permeep, such as Goharet, the goat god. These give you sailing speed. It's incredibly important for you to get sailing speed. You have a character linked to Permeep, which is fantastic. Love to see that. But yeah, definitely 100% highly recommend trying to get as much sailing speed as you can right now, so you can try to get your boats up to 100 million speed. Once you unlock that upgrade in Jade Emporium, getting the last 3 lanterns is so important for your account, because it gives you artifact find chance, it gives you sigil speed, it gives you damage on your characters, it gives you skilling efficiency, it gives you AFK gains, it gives you drop rate. It a few others I'm missing. Shiny speed, sigil speed. Yeah, I said those. But the artifact find chance is incredibly important. Also, the Onyx Lantern makes the bonuses from these statues way more important and impactful, because it gives you, again, mining power, gives you chopping power, catching, fishing power, gives you production speed, which allows you to get those vials up to 13. It gives you boost food effect, which, as we mentioned, is really important for you right now, because that's how you get the soul gain. Really important stuff for you to grind. I'd also maybe look at trying to get slab stuff done, because you only have 1134, which means you have a lot more items left in the slab to either unlock, craft, or just do quests on. Specifically, you have never gotten Divine Scarf from crafting. You have never dropped the Strong Tooth of the Divine. You have never crafted some of these equipments. And the reason I'm mentioning this is because not only does it increase your sailing speed, it increases your damage, which might push you over some multi-kill tiers, give you gaming bits, jade coin, essence gain. But again, going back to sailing speed, this is a great way to scale it. The 1080 tablet really scales off your slab. I recommend trying to get on the slab grind, trying to get the resources to craft some of these items, do the quest to drop some of these items, and make sure whenever you get something new, drop it and pick it up just to make sure it gets registered on slab. Like, rough rockers should be really easy for you to craft. Deep sea galoshes should be really easy for you to craft. The jar helmet, the acorn topper, the nugget fedora, these are all really easy items for you to craft. On top of that, I'd also recommend trying to do some obol grinding, trying to upgrade these and unlock these and just get them. You've never gotten World 4 DNA from Splicer. You have never done Party Dungeon on your V-Man or any beginner class. It seems like you've never done it on your DK. It seems like you've never done it on an archer. It seems like you've never done it on a mage. I say never, but a few times you have. But these are really, really easy slab items. Some of the bags, even, you haven't unlocked and dropped and picked up. I don't know. I think you could easily get this slab up another like 100 to 200 just from mindfully grinding and trying to get through these. Not all of these are strictly pay to win, locked behind gem shop or anything. They just take some time in crafting or just doing some of the quest line on some of the enemies. Or doing party dungeon. Party dungeon's a big one for you. Speaking of party dungeon. Okay, you have it done. Good job. Okay. I would reach out in the Discord and try to see if anyone can help you with the World 3 Party Dungeon, because this doesn't require you to do it alone. You can do it with others now. So you can get a carry for the World 3 Party Dungeon to get this done. I would also recommend taking your... the way I got this challenge on Equinox done is I took my my V-Man. I went to, I think, the palm trees in World 2. I went to the palm trees in World 2 and I just used a bunch of candy here. This, I think, had at the time, I think this tied with God Shard had the highest drop rate for the Lucky Lad. So if your drop rate's high enough, if you have obviously the skilling efficiency necessary for that, I would recommend trying to do that on palm trees. Just strictly drop rate wise, it was pretty competitive with God Shard. I see, not including the bosses or any of that. Crystal mobs, obviously. Okay, God Shard's 1 in 37 mil. Chopping palm trees, 1 in 37 mil. Technically, it's the same drop rate according to the wiki, so I hope Sheepy's not lying to me. You should have as much success at palm trees than you do God Shard. I don't know how scaling efficiency factors into this, but obviously if you can't get the item to drop, I don't think you're able to get Lucky Lad to drop. So depending what your skilling efficiency is, I would just recommend doing palm trees instead. Okay, yeah. And just the last thing I want to talk about, apart from the golden hamsters across your characters, I would really, really recommend trying to get divine scarfs across all of your characters. That 25% all AFK gain doubled if you had the pendant doubler, and the 20% mob respawn again doubled if you had the pendant doubler is incredibly important for your account. It's going to help your 3D prints go be a lot better. It's going to give you higher atom generation, and just generally really, really good for your account. So I'd recommend trying to take whatever character has the highest drop rate, kill Nightmare Cattlecruck several times to try to eventually drop 10 Strung Tooth Necklace of Divines. Also gives you +1 slab, +2 if you craft the Divine Scarf. So you can give this across all of your characters. Just Divine Scarves on everyone, incredibly important for account progression. I'd also recommend trying to get out of Cheeseor and try to get into Crux gear. Eventually into Marble Glass across all of your characters so you can get the all stat bonus, and just generally upgrading your gear is going to give you more damage. And, you know, getting rings on your characters that don't have rings, Serrated Rex rings, just having a set of those so you can do 3D prints, but trying to get Emperor Opals as soon as you can for the damage and all stat is really, really important. The all stat's going to help with prints. Well, actually, no. Serrated Rex ring's way better, but the all stat's going to help you with kill per kill to help you push portals, give you more damage as well. The tools as well are pretty abysmal across your characters. I mean, this guy has got like gold pickaxe, iron fishing, like that's crazy. I want to see your gear in Marble Glass. Straight up, Dreadlow, Marble Glass is where you should aim in the next 2 months. To try to get your character's gear up so you can get more stats, get more damage, get more skilling efficiency, that kind of stuff. So, would you recommend butterflies? But actually, corgis? That's smart. Yeah? You can justify... Okay, going back to the Lucky Lad Equinox bonus, I'd maybe do it on butterflies instead because you need to get the Ocean Man statue. So if you're candying something, you may as well candy it to try to get Onyx as well and try to get the Lucky Lad to drop here. But yeah, definitely good catch there. Pun intended. Good catch on getting the Lucky Lad here. You might be able to... I think... I really don't know how this 2 plays in here versus the 1, because this is apparently how much quantity drops. I don't know. But realistically, the drop chance here at Butterflies is the same as both Palm Trees and God Shard. So you should have equal opportunity to dropping the Lucky Lad trophy on your V-Man at Butterflies as you do Palm Trees or God Shard. And at the same time, helps you unlock the Onyx statue that you were missing right here. So good job, Porkies. Good job. All right, we'll just stop the review there. You have a lot of kind of annoying things to grind. Onyx statues, namely, is a good one. Sailing speed, a great one. Slab grinding, stamp levels, the level 13 Vials here as well. Worship tower defense, really important. Your refinery I didn't really touch on, but just keep upgrading this as much as you can. If you have Doot, which I gather you do, I'd really recommend trying to get Omnifat procs in your characters and just trying to collect refinery and upgrade it as much as you can. Eclipse grind is something you absolutely should focus on right now. Trying to kill more Baba Yaga, trying to kill more Dr. Depicus, and even touch on your, generally across your Atom Collider, Fluoride, trying to get this maxed out to 20 is going to be really good to help with your cooking speed. Cooking, namely, you really want to focus on trying to get that last meal once you get there at Royal Eggs, but trying to upgrade your breeding at another like 10, 20 levels, and just trying to upgrade Blooming Axe to level 10 so you have enough fighting contribution to actually unlock that spice eventually, because it's a big lock for people once you do get there. Yeah, shiny pets I didn't really want to touch on. I think you can come back to this in another few months when you have gotten all the other bonuses up, but just generally keep on progressing your account, keep upgrading Divinity Blessing bonuses, keep upgrading Sailing as much as you can. Eventually, when you unlock the Jade Emporium upgrade for the last 3 lanterns, really recommend trying to go to the last island and get them all out to Sovereign, because it increases your artifact find chance across, and of course the other bonuses in your account as well. So good luck, Archaner. I hope you have a good time grinding out the game, and I'll see you in the next video. Have a good one, YouTube.